Hey, wait, oh. So, now don't say carry this habit. Now don't say carry and reach Ghana. So, in fact, let's say now one become little England too. Now one conquer everywhere. So small, now just a drop, small. So now you see all this, Ghana make an advice now. You see you with your mouth just the sharp, so don't be waiting at expressing you the reason that think outside the box. You see this thing what they do, and no be now the effect will be. Imagine the next 200 years, the children where we don't born. Those ones now, they don't come write one small. You see this one now, you don't come write one small manuscript down. Say that place that Biafra. Those children, the next 200 years, those ones will come to follow and drag that place, say that Biafra. Yes, sir.
Everywhere have a leader. See, the way you talk like this is not making sense. You where they talk, I don't know when this thing starts. You don't know where this kind of thing starts. So before you go do any content, where you go do against Igbo people, because this one is not Nigeria. If you say na Yoruba, I go say yes, na Nigeria. But before you go do this kind of content about Igbo people, you have to check, because if you check for back now, you go see that there is one thing where they see online about how this man take come and how they give this man power. So all those things is that now what is supposed to go change for back, because all the whole, even the general man, the only Jesus in Ghana, because now that man be the only Jesus in Ghana. Now that chief be only Jesus in Ghana know about it. Okay, if the man don't know, how this man go reach this level, now what is supposed to think? So before you go do this kind of video, you're supposed to go to the history of Igbo people living in Ghana. You understand? So even your forefathers, even all those people who get power in Ghana, notice these things. But the way you are speaking like somebody who don't have sense.
Guys, just for better clarification, this very young man, yeah, he's a Nigerian living in Ghana. Let me be specific. He's Igbo. Yeah, he's from the Biafrans. That's the reason why he's saying the guy in person should be specific when he is addressing issues like this. Instead of him calling Igbos Nigeria, that he should call them by their name, their tribal name, Igbo. And he also went for that, saying that the only Nigerians they know is the Hausas and the Yorubas. Now you guys can understand who is bringing division in Nigeria, right? But then let's watch this very Ghanaian guy whom this boy, yeah, let me call him a boy, is responding to. Let's get right into the video and I'll be right back.
First of all, concerning this Igbo King thing in Ghana, look, this is how it starts. So this one says he's the king of the Igbos in Ghana. Then another one come, he's the king of the Yorubas in Ghana. Then another one will come. He's the king of the Zamanames in Ghana. Then another one will come. He's the king of the Americans in Ghana. Then one will come. He's the king of the British people in Ghana. Then it is expanding. Then poof, it becomes a full-blown something. This is how it starts. Now, to those who are saying, he built a school, then who asked him to build a school in Ghana? Mr. Beast built a surgical hospital in Ghana. Did you see did you see them crowning him as a king of the Americans in Ghana? Now let me tell you something about Africans. They will know that what their fellow is doing is wrong, but because they are from the same country, they will come and defend every nonsense. Seriously. So this is to the Ghanaians in Nigeria. Please start forming a kingship in Nigeria. There is this Ewe tribe in Nigeria. There are some Ashantis in Nigeria. There are some Gans in Nigeria. They should start forming it. So, they will form and say, okay, I am the king of the Gans in Nigeria. I think they should start doing that. Maybe one will say I'm the king of the Ashantis in Nigeria. Maybe one will say I'm the king of the Ewes in Nigeria. Probably the Chinese, they will also form their own thing and say I'm the king of the Chinese in Nigeria. So I think they should also start doing the same thing in Nigeria. And let's see. And to the Ghanaians saying blah, 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 blah. If your children try going to their place and say, this place for only the Igbos in Ghana, that's the way you know that you should have stopped this thing from the very onset. And to the Council of Chiefs, please make sure you take that title from that man. This is a sovereign state and you cannot come and call yourself a king in another man's land. And to the Nigerians saying that, it is a title for Igbo men in every country. Show me the king of Igbos in Pakistan. Show me the king of Igbos in North Korea. Show me the king of Igbos in Afghanistan. You'll be hearing me defending every rubbish. Why do you think they appoint high commissioners to a country? Why do you think they appoint ambassadors to a country? Nigerians, that's what they do. If you do a video, they will come and insult you because most of them, they understand. Why do you think they appoint a high commissioner? Why do you think they appoint an ambassador? Is the Igbos, now they're the only Nigerians in Ghana. Soon the Yorubas will come and form their thing. So, and now, it is first that I'll respond to every nonsense. Now, not mind you. So, Council of Chiefs, make sure you dethrone that man. That kingship title there, it needs to be taken away from him.
Guys, you heard what the Ghanaian guy said, right? So now between the both of them, who is foolish? Well, we still have a lot of videos I want us to check out. These are Nigerians living in Nigeria, not Nigerians living in Ghana. They have a lot to say about this very Igbo king. Well, I don't want to spill the beans, but the good news is that they are against this very man. And that's because you and I know that this kind of thing can never, like Nigerians will never allow it happen in Nigeria. But then let's get right into the video and we will be right back.
Hey, I don't come. Hey, this one go shock you. Because it shocked me. Hey, wait till we see the battle for Nigeria. Where Finland people, they battle their own. Ghana people say they battle their own. So, now don't say carry this habit. Now don't say carry and reach Ghana. So, in fact, let's say now one become little England too. Now one conquer everywhere. So small, now just a drop, small. So now you see all this, Ghana make an advice now. You see you with your mouth just the sharp, so don't be waiting at expressing you the reason that think outside the box. You see this thing what they do, no be now the effects will be. Imagine the next 400 years, the children where we don't born. Those ones now, they don't come write one small. You see this one now, you don't come write one small manuscript down. Say that place that Biafra. Those children, the next 400 years, those ones will come to follow and drag that place, say that Biafra. Yes, sir. Make I repeat myself. This one now, we don't write one manuscript down. Wait in the next 400 years, when me and you know we did me and you, it depends on your age, but me and you, next 100 years, me and you no good day. 100 years, me and you will watch this video no good day. In the next 100 years, we no good day here again. We don't turn dust, small, dust self good, crude oil. So, that 200 years, one Peking, down to even child, now Peking. One Peking, you can see the manuscript. You can say, hey, we created this place now, we get this kingdom, we'll be Biafra with this. So I go advise you now. Pursue them. You see how to talk, say, make them go to Abia, Maya, and all those places. Pursue them, make them go that side. Then when they come that side, if you talk and say, even Nigerian government, they get issue with them, leave them with us. You see what Finland do, the one way one try. If you tell Finland, say, no, say, now what they do with this? Yes, now, if you tell Finland, no. Alright. America, now soon they America. Nobody, now we say Lord Ash talk again. They watch, something will happen for America with them too soon. Yes, over this Biafra matter, no worry, just the watch.
So this very Nigeria is living in Nigeria, not in Ghana. Yeah, this message goes to those Nigerians who are coming to bash us online saying it's because that's why we always support Ghana. Now, this is not coming from me living in Ghana, but from a Nigerian living in Nigeria. So what can you say about this? Well, the room is open for you guys. So let me know what you think about this very video in the comment section. But before I round up, I have something to show you. Let's get right into this last video and bye-bye for now.
Hey, Charlie, you see this guy here on top? I just got to know he's the new Igbo King in Ghana. Did you hear that? Igbo King in Ghana. You heard me right. Igbo King in Ghana. This man up there. If you think I'm wrong, watch this clip.
That made me to sit where I am today is the Igbo tribe.
Yeah.
But remember that I'm a Nigerian. Igbo is inside Nigeria.
Yeah.
And every Nigerian, every Igbo man will believe so much in ourselves. As soon as you cross the border, you are not seeing like Igbo again, like Yoruba again, like Hausa again, but you see like a Nigerian. So the throne of the diaspora Igbo throne in Ghana is protecting Igbos, defending Igbos, projecting Igbos, defending Nigerians, projecting Nigerians, and all tribes in Nigeria.
Okay. Did you hear that? Yes. But you know what? I don't want to create fear and panic. And I don't want to ring an alarm bell. But I would like to call on the Ghanaian authorities, the chief on whose land this man has installed his kingdom on your land in Ghana, please wake up. Wake up as soon as possible, because there is a danger coming. There is a danger coming. Did you hear about the Biafra war? The Biafran something association, creating trouble in Nigeria. Didn't hear about that? They are importing that into Ghana, and you sitting down as a chief, just allowing this to happen on your land in Ghana. Okay, let's put the chief who gave him the land to even build and establish a kingdom, in quotes, you understand. Now to the Ghanaian authorities. Of late, there is a surge in cybercrime, the Yahoo thing, robbery, prostitution, mostly by Nigerian young girls, smuggled into the country by these same Igbo guys, and now they're establishing a so-called kingdom, and everybody is quiet in Ghana. My goodness, there is a fire on the mountain. And believe you me, if Ghanaians don't act now, Ghanaians will live to regret later. I will not say much, but I believe this romance started way back after JDM had lost the 2016 elections. That was when the Igbo guy visited him, and this thing started. And now JDM is in power, so this guy has now established a kingdom. Watch this clip, and you get to understand where it all started. But this conversation will not end. We will be back to continue this conversation. But I'm only opening up, scratching the surface for you. We need to talk about this thing. And I'm going to devote a whole lot of time to discuss this. For now, just watch this clip. And this may probably be the foundation for this thing happening now in Ghana. Watch it.
That you are warmly welcome. Yeah, this is where we are. Our office is open to you anytime. It's like home. I've known you, King, for many years from when I was president. We've met at many occasions, and you've always had a very pleasant disposition. And I want to thank you for what you're doing for your people. We know the Igbos are very creative, and like you said, when it comes to culture, you tell your own story. We are absorbing a lot of Igbo words into our own language here in Ghana. So when somebody sees a big man, says, "Gwe," it's not we say. And so we appreciate, the creativity of your people. And your people are very enterprising. Wherever they go, they are able to, survive and, make the best of the opportunity. And I mean, for you radiate that, confidence and, humility at the same time. And I know that you're one of the influences to make your people law-abiding within Ghana and to keep according to the laws of Ghana. And so we appreciate the work you do as Your Royal Majesty. We'll continue to work with them. We lost the election in 2016, but we've not sat back. We're still working, and we're sure that by the grace of God, 2024 will smile on us. And whether we're in government or not in government, we would always want to collaborate with you to make sure that we're able to let the governance that we all want to see continue to happen. Ghana and Nigeria are like twins of the same mother.
Yes.
And so we're watching what is happening in Nigeria very closely. Your own election is in February. And Ghana is always a year after that. And so we hope everything goes peacefully. I'm sure it would. Incidentally, the two leading contenders are both my friends, Atiku and Tinubu is my friend. So whichever way it goes, we hope that there will be peace and that Nigeria will continue to progress. Nigeria is a big brother in West Africa, and we always look to see that Nigeria gets its act together. Because if Nigeria prospers, the whole of West Africa prospers. And so thank you very much for the visit. We'll take note of the date. It's good that you're giving us such long notice, and so it makes it easier for us to plan around the date. And so we'll take note of the date, and if God grants us good health and long life, we'll come and join you for the program.
Guys, after watching this very interview between the Igbo Ghana King and President John Dramani Mahama, seriously, I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I'm really confused. Yeah, sincerely speaking, I do not understand what is going on again. I need a better explanation. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this very interview between the Igbo King and President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama? Let me know in the comment section. I love you guys always. Bye bye.